I'd like to welcome everyone out to Jean Lafitte Swamp Tours aboard Swamp Queen 4. My name is Jason. Gonna be a captain and a guide today. If you have any questions during the tour, feel free to ask. It's hard for me to hear the ones in the front. If you have a question up there in the front, you might have to walk back in, ask it. You can walk around, you can stand up. I just ask that no one stands on the benches or sit on the rails. I'll tell you a little bit about the boat. The boat has been Coast Guard approved. There's life jackets located below the seats for easy access. We have a restroom to my left. There's a trash can in front of me. Soft drinks, bottled waters, chips, candy for sale. They're $2 each. Soft drinks and bottled waters and Gatorades on ice chests in front of me. Chips and candy on the rack. And then there's alligator beef jerky sticks that are $3 a piece. And there's 3 different flavors. You can help yourself, put your money in a small box. There's change in a box if you need change, and we'll also take them or cash out. The land to my right is privately owned. It's owned by the Petrie family and owned by the Drachenberg family. They have about 50 acres of land privately owned. The rest of the land back here is owned by the Jean Lafitte National Park, part of a preserve. The animals are protected back here. No one's allowed to hunt the alligators. No one's allowed to hunt the wildlife on the government side. As far as the alligators are, they're territorial animals. I know the best chance of us seeing an alligator. I'm going to let you know when I see one. We're going to come up on some in a few minutes. This isn't Disneyland, this is nature. None of these animals are plastic, hydraulic, or mechanical. And when we come up on the alligators, you just be careful leaning on these rails. One of them's broken, and I don't remember which one it was. You feel like you're going overboard, take someone with you. Don't go by yourself. Take someone slower than you with you. We'll pick up whatever's left of you on the way in. Just don't take me with you. The green fan bushes along those banks are dwarf palmettos. They're in a palm tree family. If you take the fan part of this bush, you dry it out, you can make baskets from it. Also use palmettos to build duck blinds to hide behind when we're hunting ducks. That's a dwarf palmetto. In Louisiana, there's over 50 species of snakes, 7 venomous. There's the water moccasin, which you might know is a cottonmouth, the same snake. Copperhead Texas coral and an eastern coral. Diamondback rattler, pygmy rattler, and timber rattler. A coral snake is almost venomous. They claim if you get bit by a coral snake, you have about an hour to get to the hospital. We're about an hour and 10 minutes away. And then when you get to the hospital, you have to wait another 6 hours. Best snake to me is a dead one. I don't like snakes. The snake comes on this boat this morning. I'm going off. This captain doesn't go down this ship. Now y'all gonna follow me. If something happens, I'm gonna be the first one off. Some of the trees you're looking at back here, the ones that lean over the canal with long, slender leaves on them are willow trees. I think there might have been a snake right here. Quick tell. Let me try back into something. An alligator wants sun right now, a snake wants sun right now, and a turtle wants sun right now. I'm almost positive it's a snake, but just gotta see if we don't scare them. Backing up. garter snake on that branch down there at the bottom. Look, he's moving. See him moving back there? Behind this tree. Look on the roots of it. See the green on him moving. He's right. No, he just went out to ice.
Oh, yeah, I see him.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, I see him.
No, I don't know if you come here and get a picture of him.
No.
You see him.
Yeah.
He's right there.
See, there.
Right there.
Oh, he's just right away.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get a picture of him, but.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you
Oh
go.
my
Come on,
gosh,
good stuff.
yeah.
There you go.
I saw something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's when it crawls a little bit. I see, yeah.
They want sun right now. They're going to be on sun themselves.
Yeah. You want to go to bed? Go, you can. It's gone now? Yeah.
Look on the roots of these trees as we're going through here. That's how you find them. You gotta look for something shiny or something that doesn't belong there. There's an alligator about 50 yards in front of us coming up. He's in the middle of the waterway sitting there. See him straight in front of the boat? Looks like a log right in the middle of the waterway. He's facing this. He's facing this left side, so he's probably gonna go way on the left.
Makes you want to go for a swim.
If you measure from the tip of the snout to the eyes, every inch is 1 foot of gator. Tip of his snout to his eyes, you measure 6 inches, he's 6 feet in length. Measure 12 inches, he's 12 feet in length. It's very accurate. It's about a 6.5 foot gator. So I'm saying it's about 6 inches from the tip of his snout to his eyes. Their tail is half their length. So I'm saying tail on him's 3 foot long.
So we're like a snack to him.
Yeah,
How long the tail is?
very long.
He's hoping that that's that broken rail you're leaning on the left side over here. I'm willing to bet y'all would walk on water if that rail broke. I don't think I'd even get wet.
More like running on water.
Running on water, yeah.
Oh, that tail is.
Be kind of cool to put his head up to kind of say hello. You know he's watching us. He's like, ooh, buffet. You know, you would think that if you saw that, you wouldn't think that would be that it was real, like a log. There he moves. Yeah, he was watching us.
I want to show you something else coming up there to my left. Let me get a little bit further down. This is all tidal. We have high tide, low tide. Varies about an inch a day on the yearly average, but more affected with the wind and the tide. North wind pushes water out of here. South wind will push water in here. It's probably about 3 feet deep right here in the middle of this channel. There's a bald eagle's nest to the left right here. Top that cypress tree in that far background. Right on the other side of those power lines. In the middle of the tree, those branches fork, that large nest. That's a bald eagle's nest. A bald eagle has the largest nest of any bird in North America. A bald eagle uses that same nest every year. They add 1 to 2 feet a year to their nest. Their nest can get 2 to 3 tons.
Oh my God.
The largest nest ever recorded was found in Florida. It was 20 feet deep and weighed almost 3 tons. Yeah, those nests are huge. That nest you're looking at right there, that's one season right there. You come back here next year around this time, it's going to be twice that size. What happened was when Hurricane Ida came through here last year, we had about 140 mile an hour winds. I came back here about 2 weeks after the hurricane hit. There was not one branch left up there. They blew it away. They built that nest since October of last year, since after Ida. The original nest that was up there was about 7 years old. So I'm assuming it had to be pretty close to about 10 feet deep if they add 1 or 2 feet a year to it. That's what got blown away in that hurricane. If you're in the area, I wouldn't be surprised you see him. I see him from October to May. I did not see him yesterday. They haven't laid the eggs yet. It'll be around probably late November when they lay them. In January is when they hatch. It takes 45 days for them to hatch once they lay them. I've been seeing them. I just didn't see them yesterday. They gotta be adding on to it already. The trees in that far background to my left, that moss hanging from them, is a bald cypress. It's the Louisiana state tree. A lot of cabins and boats on the bayou up from, they're built from cypress trees. Those benches you're sitting on right now are made from cypress. Some of those old houses in the French Quarter were built from cypress. The water preserves the wood. If that tree falls underneath this water, stays underneath this water, you come back to it 200, 300 years from now, that tree will still be good, as long as it stays under the water. Cypress is a slow-growing tree. They live about 1,000 years old, cypress trees. There's a sign coming up in the left side letting you know when to in Gator Country. We'll stop right in front of it if you want a picture of it. Wildlife and Fisheries estimates 2 million alligators in Louisiana. Wildlife and Fisheries estimates 1.5 million in Florida. They estimate 5 million in the United States. Average size around 6 feet length. Same for Florida. September is the season to hunt the alligators. It's mandatory to hunt them to control the population of them. Each year, issue out around 35,000 tags for the state of Louisiana. You allow 1 gator per tag. The bigger the gator you get, the more money you make. Usually anywhere from about $10 to $20 a foot when they hunt these alligators. Kill a 10-footer, it's about $20 a foot. Kill a 4-footer, it's about $10 a foot. So you try to kill big gators because you get more money from them. According to Wildlife and Fisheries, average size alligator killed during hunting season last year in Louisiana is 7.5 feet left. That's the average size kill. They're only trying to kill big ones. The only reason why I'm telling you that number is so you can keep that in mind when you watch those reality TV shows like Swamp People on the History Channel. I have a 14-year-old daughter. She makes me watch that show too. Swamp People exaggerates. The way they make those gators look bigger, they hunt them in little boats is how they get them look bigger. They hunt them in about an 18-foot long boat. You put an 8-foot gator in an 18-foot long boat, he's gonna look huge. You put that same 8-foot gator in this deck right here, he's gonna look small. This boat's 38 feet long by 12 foot wide. Makes a big difference. Let me just tell you this much. I started driving this boat June 18th of 1998. I've done this tour about 14,000 times. I never saw one in 24 years grow 8 feet left. They get bigger than 8 feet. They just don't grow that fast. Alligators grow slow. Swamp People exaggerates. There's supposed to be an alligator in this back left corner coming out. Around where that bird is. Oh, here he is. He's about 9 feet left.
Oh, there he is, right there.
That's the fourth to largest one we have back here. That gator don't pull any white-tailed deer off one of these banks to give you an idea how much power he's got. You reach down there and you grab him by his snout, he can't get his mouth open. You put a piece of tape around his mouth, he can't get his mouth open. When he shuts his mouth, it's gonna crush a turtle shell. He's got bone-crushing jaws, but very, very little opening power. And that's gonna be a male. The female's not getting that big. The females rarely get 8 feet, rarely get 200 pounds. Males are the bigger ones. It's internal. They hide their sexual organs. You have to examine them to determine their sex. Here's the other one right here. So EJ back there?
No, I'm looking for him. I haven't found him.
Oh, there he is.
Right here.
Where you at?
Yeah, he's across my cabin. The 9-footer in, he gotta be EJ. I better tell him a second. That's the 10-footer.
10-footer?
Yeah, he doesn't
Wow.
belong right there. No, this might not be him. Probably got a 9-footer and 8.5-footer.
Yeah.
Either way, I still haven't seen her here yet.
This might be the 9-footer. And the other one you're looking at back there is probably 8.5-footer. I don't think that's a 10-footer. There's a mark I gotta see on them. I can't quite tell. I can't see my mark on them. They have marks on them. I gotta, for me to identify them. I don't see the mark on this one. I think this is the 9-footer.
Cool to see it like open up its mouth.
Yeah, me too. I want to see his
It almost doesn't look, even look
There's a
look
good
as
chance
alive.
When I come back here, my 2 o'clock tour in a little while, he's in that same spot.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
The reason is they nocturnal, they're active at nighttime. It's common to see them laying around, they're resting, they sleeping right now.
Okay.
Except for when I wake them up every 2 hours.
Wake up.
yeah.
All he's worried about right now is basking in that sun. They're cold-blooded animals. They get ready to go dormant. This cold for you is twice as cold for them. They're cold-blooded. He's wanting to enjoy that sun. The reason why he's not running from this boat, they see this boat.
It's moving.
They see this boat 4 times a day, 7 days a week since 1990. They can care less about this boat. They know we're not gonna hurt them. It's a normal day for them. Yeah, that's the 9-footer, that one. That other one was the one about 8.5 feet in length. There should be a 6-footer right here to your left. There's a turtle right there left. There should be a small one right here.
Yeah, wow. Total,
See the turtle right
yeah,
there?
yeah, there's total.
I don't see the alligator. I see
There's
the turtle.
total.
On this right side, this used to be a replica of a trapper's cabin. Hurricane Ida destroyed it. It's either wind damage or water damage from Hurricane Ida. We had about 140-mile-an-hour winds, plus the cabin flooded. Either the winds took it down or the floodwaters took it down. When you got out your car a few minutes ago in that parking lot back by the dock, probably about 3.5 feet deep. All of those buildings back by the dock flooded. So when you get back, look how high those buildings are. All those buildings had water in it. NCIS New Orleans shot a murder scene right here in August of 2014. It was about a newlywed couple that was on a swamp tour, came up on a murder scene. The cabin's in scene. Played in like that 5th episode of that first season. They shot one little scene right there. NCIS New Orleans.